Smooches, smooches, everybody gets a smooch. From Creole butterfly, yeah, she's spreading love to you. To all my butterflies, in the kingdom we fly. With love in the air, spreading joy to the sky. Smooches, smooches like a kiss in the breeze. From Creole butterfly, putting hearts at ease. Yeah, she's the queen with a love so high. Smooches to the world like we're touching the sky. Creole butterfly, spreading love so wide. Everywhere she goes, she's got that Libra pride. Graceful like wings, she floats through the air. Smooches for the kingdom, yeah, she's always there. With a heart full of gold and a spirit so free. She lifts up the fam with positivity. The Oprah of smooches, everybody gets a share. Sending love like kisses flying everywhere. Smooches, smooches, everybody gets a smooch. From Creole butterfly, yeah, she's spreading love to you. To all my butterflies, in the kingdom we fly. With love in the air, spreading joy to the sky. Smooches, smooches like a kiss in the breeze. From Creole butterfly, putting hearts at ease. Yeah, she's the queen with the love so high. Smooches to the world like we're touching the sky. In the butterfly kingdom, we all come together. With Creole butterfly, we rise through any weather. She's lifting hearts, putting smiles on faces. Smooches in the air, filling empty spaces. It's love, it's peace, and a whole lot of light. With her wings wide open, she's shining so bright. To all my butterflies, let's soar and high. With smooches from the queen, we feel that joy
What's
inside.
up, JB Boo?
She's the Libra queen. Balanced and sweet with every smooch she gives. It's love on repeat. The Oprah of smooch is giving love all around. In the butterfly kingdom, we're lifted off the ground. Every smooch is a blessing, every kiss is a gift. With Creole butterfly, our spirits always lift. Smooches, smooches, everybody gets a smooch. From Creole butterfly, yeah, she's spreading love to you.
And all my butterflies,
in the kingdom we fly. With love in the air, spreading joy to the sky. Smooches, smooches like a kiss in the breeze.
from Creole butterfly,
Putting hearts at ease. Yeah, she's the queen with the love so high. Smooches to the world like we're touching the sky. To all my butterflies,
keep soaring high.
With Creole butterfly,
Love will never die.
Smooches in the air, let's lift each other up. In the butterfly kingdom, we're filling every cup. Smooches, smooches, spreading love like gold.
The Creole butterfly,
It's a story to be told.
yes. Hey everybody, this is your girl Creole Butterfly, Libra Butterfly, Coco 929, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast, and the horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy Quinceañera, happy bar mitzvah, happy anniversary to Lottie Dottie and every darn body under the sound of my voice. Oh, it took a lot. Anyway, you know I'm the Oprah of the what? The smooches. So you get a smooch, you get a smooch, everybody gets a smooch. Mwah. Apply when necessary. Some of you all need a kiss today, so there you go. Okay, y'all. Y'all know how I do. I ain't gonna play the whole song because I don't want to get struck, but I gotta play this real quick. I gotta play at least the first minute of it. Hold on. Come on, where are you? Here we go. All right, y'all. It's the heart of a woman. Yeah. Only thing that's saving you is the heart of a woman. Yeah.
Question is why I do the things I do. Answer I may never find, but I'll always choose you. Wanna give up on you, but damn I know I can't. I put the blame on me for giving you chance after chance. I love you, can't stand, and I try to be strong, but how much can I put your words on your life this time? And I hope you ain't lying, cause
Only thing that's saving you
is the heart of a woman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Only thing that's
Saving
saving you
you is the heart of a woman.
Yes. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to get that out. Okay, now that I get that out, I think I'm okay until I get off this live. When the song, yeah, that's my banger right there. Okay, it's like every time I get in my car, I turn on the radio, go doom. I'm like, yes. Every time I get in my car, that is my banger. Okay, I mean that's so sensual, so sexy, and it's all the things. It's all the things. Anyway, let's get to our Commodore and Terry. Now, it's ironic because I was getting ready to start a, how can you say it, a series on YouTube and TikTok couples who have either off one another or off each other. Okay, believe it or not, it's a lot. Okay, now watch somebody take my idea and go try to do it. Okay, but you can do it, but you ain't got the cocoism. Okay, you ain't got the Creolism. But anyway, so today when I saw this hit my news feed, I was like, no. Okay, so if y'all didn't know, LLIPS, LLIPS, okay, that's how you spell it. LLIPS was a mukbanger. Okay, he was one of the top mukbangers as well, and Lips is a gay man who used to wear real long fingernails, and that's what got my attention with Lips. Okay, it's because he would have these nails, and he would be eating, and I would be wondering, like, is the food getting up under his nails? You know, and so Lips was a character. Okay. I remember him and some of the other mukbangers. They all had a come, where you meet up and stuff. They had a meetup, and some stuff popped off with him and the plus size mukbanger. I forgot her name, as well as what's his name. Anyway, I used to watch them all, but today I am sad to report that Lips is no longer with us. Um, okay. Thank you for telling me, computer. Okay. Lips is no longer with us. It seems, let me read the report. I couldn't bring it up on my one computer to show y'all for some reason. It's just not allowing me to. So let me read this, okay? It says 42-year-old Cameron Dominic Heffner, which is Lips's husband, okay, was arrested by Gwinnett County Police in the early morning hours of April 17, 2025. According to reports, officers responded to an incident at approximately 1:06 a.m. at a residence located at 700 Ivy Chase Lane in Norcross, Georgia, 30092, where they subsequently, Lord, I can't talk today, took Heffner into custody without further incident. Heffner is facing a series of Heffner is facing serious charges. Lord, can I read today? What is going on with my computer? Stop already. Okay, here we go. All right. Hey, Princess Sheba, what's going on, boo? Okay, Heffner is facing a serious charge of aggravate. Y'all, I got a virus on this computer. It keeps popping up. I'm gonna try to get through this live. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Aggravated assault, a felony under Georgia law that typically involves an attack intended to cause serious bodily harm, often with the use of a weapon or an act likely to result in severe injury or death. A conviction for aggravated assault can carry severe penalties, including substantial prison time. Okay, so it's telling you what all that is. At the time, the Gwinnett County Police Department has not released further details regarding what led to the assault charge. No information about the alleged victim, the nature of the injuries, whether weapons were involved, has been made available to the public. So, meanwhile, Cameron Dominic Heffner is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in the court of law. Okay, so if you go on Facebook, if you go on Facebook, Lips is hey the cynical one, love. Y'all, this thing keeps popping up. So if I don't see you, I'm so sorry. Um, if you go on Facebook, Lips' sister has told everybody that Lips' husband is the one who actually expired him, for lack of better words. He's expired. And, rest his soul. You know what I'm saying? Rest his soul. Um, so yeah, we pray for his daughter because Lips does have a daughter. We pray for the family. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I don't know what happened to make his husband take him out like that. But when I tell y'all this social media power is something else demonic. It is demonic until you are okay with not being the head honcho and all this and stuff. I don't know because people are doing whatever they can for power, social media power at that. You've seen people like grab women's breasts, so that people can get it on camera. And I blame the subbies because y'all keep looking at that foolishness. And so it keeps feeding that. One day somebody gonna get murdered. You're gonna go and grab the wrong woman, and either she gonna off you or her mate gonna off you. People not playing that, man. It's not. Everything is not funny. Everything is not for social media. Where is your common sense? And I'm starting to think that, sense ain't so common. You feel me? It just sense is not so common. It's just not, So rest in peace, Lips. Look at what Shamar going through. He just got robbed of all his money. He was talking about self delete. What? Really? I don't watch him. I know who he is, but I don't watch him. I'm not interested in him. So, but I hate that happened to him because that don't deserve to happen to no one. I can be sympathetic, to anybody who stuff like it happens to. So I am so sorry that happened to him. Bless his heart and all his parts. Um, so yeah, y'all. I am, like I said, going to start a series, and I'm gonna drop the link and let y'all come up and have y'all say, but not today, but from here on out when I do the series on social media couples who either have offed each other or one has offered off the other one. I did one a long time ago. I had started it and stopped it, but I think I'm gonna get back into that because it's more of this that's happening now than you would think. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really, 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 it's not good. What's up, Summer Breeze Boo? Hey. And hey, Tamika. Hey. Yeah, it is sad, boo. It really is. Y'all, we're going to have to learn. Yeah, we're going to have to learn how to talk things out, especially when you're in a relationship. The gun should be the last thing. The gun should be the last thing that we pick up or whatever the case may be. Because, you live to argue another day. You do. You live to argue another day. So I'm saddened by that too. I'm saddened by anyone whose, life is taken out, before their time and everything. So yeah, so like I said, rest in peace, Lips. Like I said, what got my attention was him and them nails, and because I'm OCD, so when I see stuff like it, I be like, yo, I wonder if he got food left over up on his nails, and that's what made me look at about 5 or 6 of his videos. I looked at the one he did chitlins, like I said, he's a mukbanger, so he did chitlins. He did ham hocks. Yeah, I'm just pulling out a couple that got my attention. So yeah, we need to keep his, like I said, his daughter. I think she's 9 or 10, if I'm not mistaken. So he does have a daughter. Sometimes people, y'all, they just lose their mind. You don't know why somebody do what they do. The next one I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring up some information on this one. The next one I'm gonna do, he said he was hearing voices talk to him about offing his wife, and they were a YouTube couple, and they was on TikTok too. And everybody thought they had it all, because they was lovey-dovey on YouTube. They had it going on, and all this and stuff. And he said he called the police and said, I just offed my wife because I heard voices. Huh? So yeah, y'all, everything I keep telling y'all, there's some people come on YouTube, they can become the person they want to be that they not in their real life. So they come on YouTube and they create this life, and everybody think that's them, and y'all buy into, the facade. And it's not even the people. It's not even them. But everybody buys into it. You know what I'm saying? So, it's really, really sad. And I myself, you either deal with it or you don't. I ain't got nothing to prove. I ain't got nobody I'm trying to be. I like me. What's up, Yolanda? Hey. Oh, she's 12. Thank you, boo. Thank you for correcting me. And Summer Breeze said pig feet, piggers. Okay. Okay. So yeah, y'all, it just is what it is. And like I said, it's just a sad situation. It just really is, y'all. I think it was another mukbanger, but I think he offed himself, if I'm not mistaken. And I know B Love had brought him up one day and everything, and I think she did a video about him. So yeah, everybody is. Let me tell you something. If you already dealing with depression or your mental stability is not stable, like your mental is not stable, only thing money's gonna do is a best. Lord, I can't even talk today. It's just gonna make it worse. Okay, I know people think money is the saver of everything, money is the ruler of everything. No, it's just gonna make you worse. You just got money now, but your problems is not solved. Why do you think it's so many millionaires who came by peace and they off themselves? And we be like, all that money they got, ain't no way. Should I be set? But it's a mental thing. When your mental's not right, no matter money that you get, it's gonna make you right. That's why you need to solve your issues first. Okay. Counseling is good. I told you I used to be a therapist, but I got a therapist. Get into that. Get into that. I ain't stupid. I know when I need help. And I don't care what you think. Don't care what you think, honey. My mama in her 70s, she just said to me yesterday, you know what? Finally, I'm going to do what you say, and I'm going to find me a counselor so that I can spend the rest of my years getting out whatever I need to get out and be in peace. She's in her 70s. But it took me, her daughter, who was a counselor and got a counselor to talk about counseling. My kids is going to counseling. Okay, so now my mama's like, I'm going to look for me a counselor because I want to spend the rest of my years without, So it's never too late. And the one thing I told my mama, you had a habit, y'all, of saying, I'm too old for all that. I've been like this all my life, so I might as well. And I told her I don't ever want to hear her say that again, ever. And she apologized yesterday. That's how I know God is working. Come on, God. She apologized yesterday. She said, you know what? I promise you I would never say that again. She said, because I'm learning through you, you never too old to make a difference. Who say that people can't learn from you? Y'all be like, But y'all know my mama, that's a hard rock to crack. That's a hard nut to crack. I'm telling you. Do you hear me? Sometimes you got to live by example. Sometimes it takes, hey, bird, boo. Sometimes it takes you, okay, to be the first partaker of something and just live it. Other people will catch on. Okay? Other people will catch on. I'm telling you, you got to be the example sometime. Sometimes you are picked out, you know what I'm saying? People say, they pick on me and they didn't. Sometimes we picked out to be picked on because we are the leaders. Some of y'all are the leaders of your family. You've done stuff in your family that nobody else has heard of. You are killing those generational curses. You are the one that was picked out. Okay. And you're going to be picked on because it's for the greater good. It's to kill them generational curses. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, do you have the skin? Are you tough enough? Are you tough enough? You know, hey, Catherine Boo. So, it just is what it is, y'all. It just is what it is. Just know this, a lot of things, just like generational curses went on for generations, you can kill a generational curse and create generational wealth, a generational positivity where you start anew and it passed down to the next generations and they go on to the next generations and they go on. You know what I'm saying? I always say, this is something I say over here: shake your family tree and see what nut falls out. If people in the family do the same thing and they've been doing it for different generations, the I can't help it. Some family get straight alcoholics. Great Uncle Bobo, you hear Great Uncle Bobo was that's how he drunk, was moonshine, and he made moonshine. And then Uncle this got it from Great Uncle Bobo, and now he drinks, and now your cousin drink, and then, some things is generational curses. Some things started four generations ago. All it takes is one person to be determined, not me and not mine. It stops her. It stops her. That's all it takes. But a lot of people don't have that go get them to stop it, you know? Just don't. And the sad thing about it is, this is what I tell men: if your daddy wasn't no good, okay, if you had a father that wasn't any good, he got other kids out the barn door, he got other kids, what, Bishop was on it. Bishop brought this up Sunday, so let me pick it back off my bishop. Bishop said, especially, he said, y'all getting mad at these young men who had to see their dad not want to be their dad, but go two blocks down and play house with some other woman and raise her kids as if they're his. How you think they gonna be? He said, now, you grown men, you don't have no excuse because counseling is available. And that's what I say. That's exactly where I screamed, come on, Bishop. Because that's what I said. I don't feel sorry. I'm serious, for no grown up, no man who, well, my daddy wasn't this and my daddy did this. And now you're actually carrying on the same messed up personality and behaviors of your father, when you can actually go and have a conversation with a counselor or a therapist and get your stuff to change around so you can be better. That's one thing I say about my daddy. My daddy couldn't stand his father. My grandfather was an alcoholic. Okay. My daddy's daddy was an alcoholic, and he was very abusive. Okay. Very abusive. And that's that Geechee stuff. All right. So my grandmother ended up putting him out. Okay. But before then, my daddy, who's named after him, all right, used to receive beatings from him just because it was Monday. Okay. No other reason. It was just Monday, and I feel like, my daddy looked a little bit like him, dark like him, and all this and stuff. So when he got drunk and everything, he was a mean drunk. When he got drunk, he just would pick a person that he wanted to beat. And my daddy used to be that person until my daddy got to the point he was like, I ain't gonna let him hit me no more, because he hit me this time, I'm gonna hit him back, and everything. And so it looked like my daddy was gonna start being an alcoholic. And when I came along, hello, when my mother told him she was expecting me, my daddy was like, nah, let me go ahead, because he had started trying to make steps to get his life together. My daddy was like, nah, I got a child coming. I gotta change my life. So he did exactly that. He killed all them demons, went across seas, and did his dizzle, and became a whole when I tell you he came back a different man, to where the state followed him and would send him bad kids to get straight and all this and stuff, and start making a name for himself. Was written in 3 magazines and, 2 books. He worked on 2 movies and trained celebrities. Like I said, my daddy was the stuff. Okay, it was my Black Panther. But what if my father had gotten to a point and felt like, well, I just don't want to go talk to nobody. I ain't going, I'm just going to stay messed up. I stay to myself and ain't nobody got to deal with me being messed up and all this and stuff and the woe is me type of situation. Yeah. Mm-mm. 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 Now, you actually have to get to a point to where you have to do better. You have to do better. You know, you have to. You don't have to stay of the circumstances. You don't have to stay the victim of your circumstance. You don't have to stay that way. To me, I don't respect nobody who decides to stay in their dysfunction. You can't tell me nothing. It's so funny how some of the people that's the most messed up, they messed up in character. They're a habitual liar. They messed up in life. They're not doing no better than the common person for real. They're a step above being homeless. Let's just go there. But you got so much to say about other people's life. How's that work? How's that work? How do you even fix your lip to say something about somebody else's life when yours yourself is on a train wreck to hell? You yourself is on a train wreck to hell, but you got so much to critique everybody else about. Really? And got the nerve to say you don't need counseling. No, baby, you need to live in counseling. You need to live on the couch. You need to, have a therapist, a counselor, an exorcist, a priest. You all of the above. You need all of the above. Why you trying to point out everybody else's flaws? It trips me out when people get on their doohickey and be like, you really need. Excuse me? Says the person with the messed up life. Are you serious? If you don't get you some gone, if you don't kick rocks with open toe shoes, I'm just saying, okay? You get you together first, then come back and holler at me and tell me what's up. Okay? Because right now, even if I never go back to counseling, I'm like dimensions ahead of you. Dimensions. Forget steps. Told y'all over here we run out of steps because we're back that life. We go into dimensions, baby. Catch up. Okay? So, I'm just saying. But, y'all keep Lips's daughter in y'all prayers, y'all, for real, and his sister. I don't know if his mom is living. I don't know anything different about that man. But I'm quite sure y'all can go on his channel. Y'all can find him on Facebook, and you'll probably hear more information about him and everything. Um, I just it's just sad. It's just really, 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 really sad that we lost another person, y'all. Another Black person to gun. Well, on one channel, I heard it was gun. So that's why I keep saying gun. Okay. So if it's not, that's why I got my allegedly at the bottom, but that's what I heard. Um, and everything. So I don't know. But y'all can probably go pull up old dude's police record, and it may have more information on there, especially if you're in Georgia. If you're in Georgia, it may have more information where you can have it readily available for you, and everything. So yeah, prayers up, man, because it's sad. It's just sad. And here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. That's what I told y'all. And I don't know if Jadon was able to do it or not, but I told Jadon, make sure you let people know that same sex relationships can be just as toxic as heterosexual relationships. I know y'all just thinking it's heterosexual because you see a lot of times that the husband done off the wife, you know what I'm saying, or the boyfriend done off the girlfriend. But y'all, hello, did y'all not see my daughter's situation? And other, you can go look at lips, y'all. Believe it or not, toxicity is toxicity. Okay, it just is. So We got to stop thinking that it's only heterosexual people that go through this. No, same-sex people go through it too. A lot of it don't get reported, but they go through it too. Seriously. One of my sisters and her wife, when they first got together and stuff, the first couple of years, baby, they was who? Baby, they was calling my mama. Cause my sister, hey, she tried to yoke up my sister. My sister was beating her down. She knows she can't handle my sister, but my sister was beating her down. And my mama was like, "Look, I ain't gonna keep on coming over here." Blah blah blah. Yeah, you know. So yeah, yeah, I do have a sister that's married to a woman. Absolutely. And actually, their wedding anniversary is December 31st, New Year's Eve. Yep. And I think they've been together almost as long as me and my late husband was. You know, she's like my sister now, but at first I couldn't stand her because she had a woman. You know, y'all. Let me tell you, I'm very much female. Okay, trust me. Born one, raised one, is one. Okay, but what I don't like is that sneaky whispering stuff. I don't like. I can't stand that. I cannot stand that. And she was one of them women who like to guess what? I can't stand that. Okay, that's why most of my friends is males. Like I get along with men better than I do females. I always have, probably always will, because I carry myself like a dude. When it comes to things like that, I can't stand gossiping. That bothers me. That bothers me. Now, if I ask you a question, that's different. Because if I hear something I don't understand, I say, "Did you understand this? Have you heard this?" Okay, so you heard it too. Okay, let me research. Like I asked that question, but just to be, yeah, I can't stand that. It bothers me, and that's why the same friends I had growing up, I got now. In order to be my friend, you have to carry yourself a certain way. I told you I'm bougetto. I really am. I'm bougie and ghetto, both. Okay, so I don't like that. I don't do it. I can do without it. I love peace too much. I don't need. Yeah. We don't do that. We don't do that. Like I said, most of my friends are men. Now, when my husband learned that about me, he understood. He wasn't threatened at all because he understood. I just don't. I've never been one to get along with a lot of women. I haven't, because women are too catty. You got one time to say you ain't playing with me today. When I was a kid, you got one time to say you ain't playing with me today, and I know I ain't did nothing to you. We ain't gonna play with her today. Why? Cause I just don't want to. And y'all follow along with that. I told you I had a kid to say, "I really want to play with you, but such and such has said we can't play with you today." I was like, "Oh, okay." And so the next day when they found that I didn't care, and I was like this as a kid, I didn't care. Baby, who? You should have saw them trying to play me. I don't want to play with y'all. I'm good. Who? I'm good by myself. That's why I said when I heard that content creator say he's one of one, he's one of one, he's the only one. I didn't know that came from Beyonce. People got so mad at me because I gave him credit for that. But that's why I heard it, because I don't really listen to Beyonce. So I wouldn't known it was Beyonce. I wouldn't known it was Beyonce. Okay? Anyway, I agree with that. I'm one of one. I'm the only one. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. We okay over here. We okay over here. Seriously. We are. And if I just really need to talk, I always got a friend. I can phone a friend. ah! Oh, if I really want to talk, I can phone a friend. Okay. So yeah, we ain't never without people we can call. I told y'all, honey, the real life with Anthony McNeil, I could pick up his phone at any time and boop, 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 boop. Ain't no whole lot of, seriously. And if I just need to talk to somebody in my city, uh, I can go over. See how that works? I can get in that car out there, turn on my radio, make sure my boom is on, and drive where I need to talk to somebody. if I just want to do it here. Okay. I can pick up the phone, but I'm just saying, here is much better. So yeah, we ain't doing that. We're not doing that. Mm-mm. Anyway, y'all. Anyway, y'all know I'm an idiot, so I like to have fun, but um, y'all, we got to stop it. We got to stop offing each other. Oh my gosh, we must learn how to talk out our situations. We must learn how to talk. Good grief, I reckon we got to learn how to talk. You know, it just is what it is. It just is what it is. We must. Pretty soon, we ain't got to worry about nobody else offing us because we're offing each other. Think about it. Every time you turn around, one of us is doing something to each other. And we talking about everybody else trying to turn on us. We still ain't learned how to stop turning on each other. We ain't got that togetherness yet. And I really don't know. I'm yet prayerful, but I really don't know. Because we still got that crab mentality, crab in a bucket mentality. I got one more TV than you, and you mad at me because I got one more TV than you. You know, that's crazy. Maybe I wear Nikes and you wear Ikes. Okay. Now I can't stand her. She thinks she all that. Why does she think she's all that? Cause she wear Nikes. See how stupid that sounds? Do y'all see how dumb it sounds? But that's how we think. In our mentality, that's how we think. She went out to eat Sunday. I can't stand her. Why don't you like her? She just get on my nerves. She always got to show us she went out to eat. It's my channel. You go out to eat and show us. It just be weird. We be mad at each other for some of the dumbest things. I mean, you know, uh, every now and then over here, I just, let me make this disclaimer because somebody said I'm trying to, y'all. I'm 54 years old. I'm proud to tell y'all I'm 54. Okay, I've been through a lot, and the fact that I'm still here, that's God. So I will never diminish my age. I got wisdom, you know. Even if I do get a wrinkle, which right now I don't, but even if I do get a wrinkle, praise God, that's wisdom. Okay, I done been through a lot. I should have something. Okay, I ain't gonna get no facelift. So whatever I got, I love me. So lately, and I blame the ham show. Okay, but lately, you know, I just been doing me. I just been singing, just doing me. Okay, not trying to be like nobody, just doing me. Never claimed to be the best singer, never claimed to be Aretha Franklin. I said my husband called me that. Okay. Never claimed to be, whatever, right? So all of a sudden now, I get these emails talking about you trying to be like, oh girl, you know, you trying to be, and it's weird. It's like, it's like y'all don't have nothing else to say. So y'all decide to send an email to tell me that I'm trying to be like somebody who I'm not. I'm being like me, Creole, Coco, me. Baby, I've been singing since I was 4 years old. You ain't see a picture I put out here? 4. And not just in a choir. I'm talking about leading songs at the age of 4 years old. I'm on different records, CDs, backup singing. You know how they send the music to different, places and say, see if somebody, do you have somebody who can sing his background or who can ad lib to this song? Okay. And the record places call you on the phone and said, hey, I got a record. How much you gonna charge me to sing backup on this song? Without your name being mentioned, you will be under the title background. See, a lot of y'all wouldn't be able to do it because you need everybody to know that you own blah, blah, blah. Okay? My kids, the one that passed away, my oldest daughter, both of them are on different CDs singing backup. They get it from their mama. So while y'all be coming to me, please know your history. If you knew my media kit, on my media kit, it says does voiceovers, because I do voiceovers. I used to. I used to. You wouldn't even know my voice on a TV show or a cartoon if you heard it. You probably done heard me several times and didn't know it was me. So stop it. Yeah, some of y'all sound so stupid. Like only one person can sing. Really? Never claimed to be the best singer at all. At all. I hold my own. Get that straight. Huh. I holds my own now. Don't I be playing on her. I You better ask somebody. But I ain't trying to compete with nobody. For what? Y'all weird. Y'all weird. I had to say that. I was gonna say that the other day and I forgot because I got wrapped up in something, but I had to address that. Y'all weird. Y'all weird. It's crazy. Y'all act like only one or two people can, what is wrong? What's wrong? What wrong with you? What wrong with you? That's all I'm gonna say is what wrong with you. Okay? Baby, we don't try to compete over here. For what? For what, boo boo kitty? No, we love each other. We love us. So yeah, and let me tell y'all, don't let nobody put y'all in a trick bag. Don't even argue stuff like that. Make your statement, move on. Don't argue stuff like that. Because a lot of people are miserable and they don't have a problem trying to spread their misery. And I told y'all, it's all about peace. And this is one thing that Unbothered Mimi said to me that I've adopted. Unbothered Mimi said, if it costs my peace, it's to have a price to pay. And that's why a whole lot of people I don't mess with no more. Because if it causes my peace, it's to have a price to pay. You're not worth my peace at all. At all. So that was a statement, had I ever heard one. Shout out to Unbothered Mimi. That's why a whole lot of people I don't deal with. And here's the thing, like I said, if I call you to check on you and you give me attitude, you ain't got to worry about me checking on you no more. You just don't. I'm serious. Some people, I told y'all, some people are messed up individuals. They really are. They so negative and they're bitter. And you know what? The Bible talks about bitter to the bone. Some of y'all gonna go up out of here because the bitterness that you have is gonna eat your bones up. You know what that's called? Cancer. Bitterness to the bones. It's called cancer. So I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, and it's what's up, Castro Boo? Hey, love. And the thing about it is, y'all, some people I really used to love. I mean, so hard. For real, would have did anything in the world for them, but they didn't know how to treat me. They didn't know how to treat me. They didn't know how to, give the love back that I was given. They were like spiritual vampires. All they wanted was gimme, 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 gimme. But they didn't know how to reciprocate because they don't know about love. All they know about is bitterness. It's about them. And that's it. Everything is woe is me. They can say whatever to you, but if you try to talk to them, now you're judging. You're judging me. I don't like it. You're like, whoa, did you just have a whole conversation about me? But I can't talk to you? Oh, okay, it's one-sided. See, we don't do one-sided either. I'm telling y'all, be careful of the people that you entertain. Okay, you may be entertaining the devil unaware. The devil don't come with a pitchfork and in a red suit, y'all. The devil comes with the I can't help it. If you ever have that type of situation and the person that I can't help it and they not no good, you feel miserable once they leave you. Once you hang up, you feel like drained. That is a spiritual leech That's a spiritual vampire. They only coming to take all the joy that you got, all the love that you got, all the peace that you got, and to leave you empty. Cut that off. And sometimes with a leech, you got to burn it off. It's only two ways you can get rid of a leech. You either cut it off or burn it off. And it's painful because a lot of times for a leech to get on you, it means that you really was somewhere to where they joined to you. Okay? So I'm telling you, there's a lot of people, y'all, that come in your life one way, and they got a reason why they're coming. They're a wolf in sheep's clothing. They only come in to see if they can dominate you, destroy you, conquer you. And once they do that, they don't have no use for you. A lot of people you can't be friends with. You just can't. I'm telling you, baby. A lot of people you can't be cool with, you can't be friends with. They just got to be what they going to be. And that's it. They got to be what they're going to be. And you got to be okay with that. Now, let me tell you, if you've been in contact with somebody and you love them with all your heart and all your might, and they didn't give you nothing but they butt to kiss, been there too, okay? Okay? It hurts when you pull yourself away because you're filled with love. They're filled with hate. So it ain't going to hurt them because, they users, they manipulators, and they filled with hate. It hurts you because all you had was pure intentions and love. But I'd rather for you to hurt right now than to be destroyed later. Go on and get the hurt over with. Go on and cry. Go on and, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Go on and do all of those things. Okay? Do all of the things. Because once you really come out of that, you're going to look back and go, how in the T-tie hell, and I mean what I'm saying, how in the T-tie hell did I even get connected with that fool? Because trust me, I have looked back, baby. On a good day, like I said, certain persons, certain people caught me when I had I was going through my lowest moment to even get in my life. I'm so serious. Because I look back on that situation now and go, girl, you was stupid. You really was going through when that happened. Because on a good day, that person wouldn't even been able to say hello to you. Because the way I carry myself and who I am, they don't fit in my life in no type of way. Absolutely no type of way. But I made room for this person, even though at the time I knew that we wasn't on the same level. I still made room for this person because I actually felt sorry. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's just talk. Let's talk real quick before we get out of here. I actually felt sorry for the person. Okay, I knew and I saw that they didn't measure up in life. That people that was around them didn't look at them as and they wasn't sure about themselves either. So I'm like, this person seemed like they just need somebody that's gonna care about them for real, show them that somebody loves them for real and don't want nothing from them, and everything. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I. Everybody else was right and I was wrong, because the more love and understanding and caring that I gave the person, the more they wanted to suck, and they never gave it back, and they never knew what to do with it. They would just take it. Never gave it back. Never knew what to do with it until eventually God said, okay, I'm going to allow you to be hurt so you know not to go back. And sometimes, y'all, you got to be hurt to a thing in order to never go back to it. What's up, Dr. Soapy Boo? Hey. Yeah, you have to be hurt to a thing so you won't return to it. Because your destiny is so great and the light that you're supposed to have is so great that these people or this person or this situation is sent to destroy you. The enemy sent this person to destroy you. And you can't see it because they call it gaslighting now. I think that's what they call it. When somebody come in and they gaslight you, like on one hand, you know, they say some things and you like, or they do some things, you like, and that's to keep you hooked because then they're going to flip it and they're going to tear you down on the other hand. But all you can remember is the 10% that look like 90%. And the 90%, they turn you down and everything. You know, the particular person didn't want me to be cool with nobody. If it wasn't them, I couldn't be cool with nobody. And y'all know it's crazy. And that's because they live their life in a bubble. They live their life with just them. They live their life inside of 4 walls, 5 walls, and that's it. They don't, venture out of way. And I'm one of them. I don't meet a stranger. I'm like, hey, I can go somewhere, honey. We be in the store. And somebody will say, you see those apples? I'm like, ain't they expensive? And I can carry on the conversation. I we be standing in line. I'm like, do they need me to start working? Like I don't meet a stranger. I've never been that type. You know, I'm just not a hateful person. Now, if you get on my nerves, I'll tell you about yourself. I'm like a strong drink, you know, straight up no chaser. I am like a strong drink. But, I don't, that's just not me. You got to get me there. And I tried my best to love this person, y'all. Even though they wasn't lovable, seriously, I tried my best to love this person because I really felt like, okay, nobody loves this person. It's obvious. Only time people deal with this person is when they need something. And the person's okay with that. That person think that's love. That the only time they come around is when they want you for something. No, that's love. Huh? And then here's the person that don't want nothing from you except for you to be all you can be. And how can I help you be all you can be? How can I relieve your stress? How can I help you out on something? And you give me your butt to kiss. Yeah, no, we gotta come away from that. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I tell patients you cannot care more than the person does. Right. Regulate the process. You are the author of the outcome. Shamika, hey, love. Dallas, Texas, what's going on, Love Muffin? Thank you for dropping down. Yes, y'all. So, I'm just saying, if you take nothing else away from me today, just look in the mirror and see who all you give your all to that don't deserve it. That don't deserve it. Y'all know the situation that happened with my daughter. And if you didn't, go look at the video. The other video has been 5 years ago. It's 1 minute and 37 seconds. That's the very first video of the night we was waiting to find out about Jasmine. So I found it the other day. I wanted to let y'all know that because some people was like, I was looking for that video, but there it is. It's 2020. You can go back. It's April of 2020, and it's 1 minute and 37 seconds. Yeah. I broke. I couldn't keep. I broke. So yeah, y'all can go back and start from there. But y'all, my thing was this. I felt like, and I'm gonna talk about this particular person. I ain't gonna say no names, but with everything that went on, I felt like, especially since this person claimed that they listened to my videos. Okay, they knew inside out. Okay. And I felt like, how is it possible you knew I was going to court to get the sentencing of the girl who did that to my daughter? And not one time did you care enough to pick up the phone, even if you didn't call me, but to text me and say, are you okay? How's the kids? Are they okay? Because had it been the shoe on the other foot, baby, that morning I would have been like, hey, let me know when you come out of court what's going on. Okay. Of course, this is this person's MO. It can never be about anybody else. It always got to be about them. Of course, when I said something to the person, they text back and said, I fell and hit my head. So that's what was wrong with me. And I'm okay. It's always something with them. Always. It's never, you know what, I dropped the ball. I'm sorry. You right. How did it go? It's always something went on with them why they couldn't be great. Something went on with them why they couldn't care about you. Something went on with them why, it's weird. It's really weird. And the more that I have separated myself, I see that the red flags and signs is like, warning, warning, warning. This person's self-absorbed. All they care about is themselves, and they really don't care about themselves. Warning, warning, warning. I mean, it's red flags like everywhere. And you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm done. In every sense of the word, I'm done. For real. Because I had backed off anyway. I was already done. But this right here, just, you couldn't say. You had to make it about you. I was like, are you serious? I'm talking about death and you talking about you fail. You couldn't wait to tell me you failed. You had to make your stuff equal with mine. That's what I'm saying. Some people, they just heartless. They don't care. It's just weird, because had it been me, self-absorbed, Dr. Soapy, right? Had it been me, I would have said, you know what? I'm sorry. I forgot today was that day. How did it go? Blah, blah, blah. Then I would have waited and sent the text message and said, guess what? I failed. But no, it had to be all about them all the time. It's about and I'm like, that was it. Because y'all know my baby is my life. Y'all know how I feel about my kids, right? And what's so funny, my baby girl was like, hey, mama, I'm going to call this person Doohickey. My baby girl said, what Doohickey say about it? I said, absolutely nothing. She started laughing. That's pathetic when my baby girl sees your MO too. And no, you only care about you and you really don't care about you. And it tripped me out that she asked me that question. She said, Lord, I swear, my kids are so smart. They trip me out. My baby girl's 22, but she tell people she's in her 40s. I don't know how she in her 40s and I'm 50-something, but that's okay. We're going to roll on with it, okay? So, but yeah. What's up, the Ham Show? I blamed you earlier. I gotta blame you, the Ham Show. So, but yeah, y'all, I was like, what? I'm talking to you about murder and YouTube, whatever. I'm talking to you about murder in a sentencing, and your response to me was you fail. Y'all, please, y'all know y'all don't have to agree with me to be my friend over here. Y'all can actually tell me, am I wrong? Am I wrong to think that there should have been another response instead of, well, I fell and I hit my head and blah, blah, blah? You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't equal to murder. And why we got to be one-upping each other? Why is it always, it's like it's always, this person feel like they have to compete with me. No matter what, they have to compete with me. That's not friendship. That's not love. That's a mental thing. Why would you compete with somebody that did nothing but have your back? Nothing but have your back in every sense of the way. Every sense of the way. Financial wise, emotional wise, in all the wises, had your back. But you always feel like you got to compete with that. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because they know that I have a doctorate degree in therapy, okay? Anytime we would talk and I would talk like me. Before I had a therapy degree, I would talk like me. Okay. It's just how I was. That's what made me go on and get one. Because people was already coming to me with their problems. Okay. I'm a minister. I was that first. So of course I'm problem solving. So, I would be like, but wait a minute now, because that don't make no sense. Blah, 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 blah. Stop trying to be my therapist. Stop therapizing me. Are you serious? Oh, I can't say nothing to you, but you can say everything you think you want to say to me, and I'm supposed to take it. Y'all, don't stay in friendships that long. Don't stay in relationships that long, y'all. I'm serious. Don't do it. you'll need more therapy than what you started with when you deal with people like that. And what's so funny, I don't have no problem with this person. What I mean by that is, like, if I see him or whatever, hey, because I don't care. Once I stop caring, I don't have a problem with you. It's the one thing you don't want me to do is stop caring about you. Because once I stop caring, yeah, it is what it is. It's a wrap.com. It's a wrap.com. You know, I care a lot, and I care with all my heart. I love hard, y'all. When sometimes I'm so loyal to a fault. When I'm for somebody, I'm really for them. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times the people that I'm loyal to ain't loyal to me. And it took, shout out to the real life with Anthony McNeil and Apollo. Y'all go give him a click in the view. It took him to tell me, you know, you support a lot of people that don't support you. I don't know if you noticed that. He said it so humble. He said it so blunt. And he made me, it was like a slap in my face that I needed. It was a it was a slap in my face that I needed. I was like, I didn't know how to take it because it was so now there, And he was like, you have good content. You have good stuff that you offer. You have stuff that a lot of people don't even know about. He said, I don't get it. He said, I don't get it. Why don't people support you? Y'all, what you gonna do? Somebody come to you like that? Okay, baby. Yes, Dr. Soapy, yes. He said, hell no. Yes. I'm like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What's up, Zella? Good afternoon, boo. Yes, honey. So yeah. But like I said, Anthony was like, I don't get it. You are so dedicated to people, and they don't even once share you out, talk about you, nothing. But you're dedicated. Y'all, don't you know? I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. I'm gonna tell you a secret. Don't you know after me and him hung up, y'all know I cried. And I don't cry. But that was so now, there in my face. He made me look at some stuff that I saw, but I didn't want to. I just really didn't. You know, baby, I did. I cried. I was like, okay, that's enough. That's enough. I cannot no more. Because I'm intelligent too, and I'm important too. You know, yeah. So after I got those tears over with, because like I said, that's my friend. And I know he got my back if nobody else got my back. It just is what it is. You know, y'all, I did. I shed a couple of tears behind it. I was like, dang, he just threw me. He just said, look, here's the truth. Smack, smack, smack. Now, go on and heal and get over it and do better. And that's what I've done ever since then, baby. Who? Who? Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. And I don't begrudge nobody, honey. I don't have an issue with nobody. If you don't like me, it's on you, and I could care less. But I don't have an issue with nobody at all. But like I said, I'm usually too loyal. I'm very loyal, you know. So it just is what it is. But I love hard, y'all. I love hard. If I tell you I love you, I promise you. And I love souls. I told you I'm a minister, so I gotta love souls. You know what I'm saying? But some people, they get real close to me, like your Tanya. You know, I just care about your Tanya. I do, and when I don't see her, I be like, I wonder if she okay. You know, I try not to get all off into people's business. The Ham Show. That's my boo. I know everybody's trying to claim him now, but whatever. We're gonna let that slide. I care about him because I know he's still healing from his mom, and everything. Uncle Claude, the one that is Jay Wilson's my, I care about him. I know he lost his wife, and I understand it because I'm a widow. He's a widower. I'm a widow. When you've had a good marriage or whatever, and you lose that person, baby, you don't know how to act. You just out here because it's you so used to it being both of y'all. Now it's just you, and you have to create a new normal. A new normal, and everything. So I understand that. But like I said, when I care about you, I care about you. I just do. So, and people like to penalize me because I care. I don't get that. It's like, really? But those are the same people that don't know how to love. They don't understand true love. You know, it just is what it is. Hey, Miss B. So true. I'm a widow as well. Are you, boo? Well, welcome, love. Welcome. I understand, honey. Trust me, I understand. A lot of people, they're married, but they don't like each other. And I've learned that. There's a lot of marriages that's together because of kids, because of all the years. They be like, well, we've been together for 50 years. Yeah, but y'all don't like each other. You hate going home. She hate when you're home. I don't, I mean, let's just keep it a buck. Y'all don't like each other. And when you find a couple who liked each other, was we perfect? Heck no. No. And my husband was 9 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? He understood who I was because he even said, for you to be younger than me, he said, and most of the point, you older than me in the mind. We taught each other different things. I used to be straight business. He used to be straight fun. When we got together, he taught me how to relax and have fun, and I taught him how to become more business. We equaled each other out, you know. Yeah, so, I can't claim the ham show yet. I can't claim him yet and everything. So, yeah, can't claim him yet. So I'm still open to date, y'all. So, he ain't claimed me yet. He be trying the roundabout way. Yeah. ah. I'm crazy about some hair show. It is my mom brother. We both mom for Lolo and everything. On the low for Lolo. So yes, but y'all, I just like I said, don't put me in a box over here, y'all, because I talk about everything. I talk about everything. Whatever bothers us or makes us great, I talk about. Whether it be grief, whether it be happiness, whether it be marriage, dating, murder, birth, stocks, herbs. Y'all know I be teaching on my herbs because I want y'all to live a little longer. You know what I'm saying? Join me, live a little longer. You know, it's everything. I talk about everything over here. It's whatever makes up man, the total man. And when I say man, I'm talking about woman too, because we men, we just men with wounds. That's what woman stand for. Man with the wound. Okay. So when I say the total man, I'm talking about us too. Whatever makes us great, whatever's gonna help us. So yeah, don't put me in a box over here. Thank you, Miss B. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate you, love. So yeah, don't put me in a box over here. Let me be great. Let me be great. I teach about the Bible over here. We break it down. We don't just go with the status quo. You know, I let y'all know some things. You know, some things I got a problem with. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Some things I got a problem with. But that's on a whole nother story. We ain't gonna talk about that. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that. But good news. Okay, update. Y'all know, I swear for. Okay, my niece Taisha. Okay, y'all know, the hell so quick. Y'all know, my sister that y'all seen, I did a video on her too, right? Tanisha. I call her Ty, so let me just make it short, Ty. Um, Good news is the attorney got a court date, okay, to take the people in that jail that was over that jail to take them to court, y'all, on murder charges for my niece. They go back to court starting in May. So I will be giving y'all updates on that. I don't think I'm going to travel with them. It's in another port. Like I'm in Kentucky. It's in Indiana. It's in another port of Indiana. Because I'm still trying to heal from my own daughter's situation. I let her know I support you from here, but I can't sit in that courtroom like that. I cannot do it. So good news. They are, they trying to settle out of court, y'all. And they want to settle for certain millions too. Okay. However, she said no. And I don't blame them. If y'all wanna see the story, y'all can look on YouTube. You can look on my page. Or either you can look up Rolling Stone magazine because they actually came to Kentucky and did an interview and everything. And she's on the front page and all of that. Okay. And I think this was like back in October or November. Also, American something. It's a cable channel. They came and did her story and everything. So yeah, I'm glad she's getting justice. Okay. I said God is a God of order. It's so ironic because my daughter was the one who was murdered first. Her daughter was the one who got murdered next. I got my justice first. Now she's gonna get her justice. I'm like, wow. Wow. So I'm glad that way we can all start healing, and everything. So um, yeah. I just wanted to give y'all that update. I told y'all as it comes along, I will give y'all update, and everything. And it is it's the Jackson County in Indiana. It's Jackson, Indiana. I think it's what it is. Jackson, Indiana. And everything. So yeah, remember I showed y'all the video of her hitting her head. She was nude because she had been poisoned. You know what I'm saying? And everything. And yeah, so and they didn't take it serious. And by the time they called, for an ambulance to come, she died at the hospital. As soon as they got her there, I think she died on the way. I really do. I think she died on the way. And everything. So yeah, y'all. Um, thank you, Dr. Soapy Boo. Um, yeah. So anyway, I wanted to let y'all know that. So that's the update. And as they go on and they, have their court dates and stuff, I'll be coming back to give y'all an update on that. What else was I going to say real quick before we get out of here? I was gonna come back and do something on Kanye. I just don't have it in me to give, so I'm gonna change that live, and we'll do something else. We'll talk about dogs barking. Anything's better than Kanye. I just can't. He will get no shine from me. I don't like the man. I hate that he's exploiting incest and things of that nature. So no, I will be changing it. That's why I have postponed it and postponed it and postponed it because I've really been praying about that. I don't want to give to that. No way. So no, we won't be talking about that. Not at all. If you like them, good for you. Good for you. Um, I don't have no hard feelings towards you. Thank you, Dr. Soapy Boo. Yes, very sick. Very sick. It's just weird. Um, and then to make a song about it, I just think he lost his mind a long time ago. And so I know we don't like Kim K for real because we feel like she's an opportunist, but I think Kim K had his best interest at heart because when he was with her, she made sure he stayed on his medicine. Okay, she made sure he stayed on his medicine and everything. But now since they've been whatever, I think he's off his meds you know, um, pray for his mind and everything. But yeah, y'all, we just, mm-mm, I cannot, I will not, I shan't. Okay. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do about that. We're gonna move on from that. But anyway, my next live, I probably will have a herb in there that I want you all to kind of take a look at and get, at least consider it And we'll talk about something else, okay? He needs to take his yeah, long term. They need to really. He said when he was locked up, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to touch that because I'm not practicing right now, so I don't want to touch that. You know, I'm just gonna say pray for his mind. That's it. Just pray for his mind. And if you all haven't seen, hey Khadija Boo, hey. If you all haven't seen it, I did a little short yesterday of my church service. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm all in the um, I do that because a lot of people don't get a chance to go to church. And so I do little snippets so they can, pull it up and kind of get something and go on about their business, and everything. So yeah. And yeah, so that's I mean, I believe after losing his mom, he would. Yeah, I believe something was wrong with him to begin with, but it just didn't show. But yeah, I agree with you. The loss of his mom helped to accelerate that, excavate that. Lord, I can't accelerate that. Okay. So I really do. I agree with you on that. I really, really do. And I don't. His dad is still living, but I don't know if anybody has any influence over him at this time. I think the new wife has filed for a divorce, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, forgive me. But I think she's filed for a divorce as well. Um, Now, depending on what you believe, some people don't think it's the real Kanye anyway. They feel like it's a clone. I don't know. I don't know. But I will say this. If you all haven't seen it, look this movie up. I think it's on Tubi. It's called Who Cloned Tyrone? I think it's the name of it, Who Cloned Tyrone. It's with Jamie Foxx in it. Take a look at that movie. Take take a look at that movie. That's all I'm gonna say. Just take a look at that movie. Right, it triggered what was dormant in him. I agree with that, Dr. Soapy. I really do. I really do, and I just pray for him. Only thing I can do is pray for his mind. That's it. Because unless he feels like he need help, and really stay up under a good therapist, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You seen it? You seen it? Okay, good. Yeah, yeah, y'all may want to look at that. It makes you think. That's all I'm gonna say. It makes you think, whether you believe it or not. It just makes you think, like possibilities. Possibilities. So yeah, that's it. So anyway, you all, I am getting ready to get out of here. I love you guys. Remember, I always say that. And no matter what the test, always do your best. And I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Hey, Steph. Steph, I said Steph. Steph, I don't have my glasses on, boo. Hey, love. Smooches to you. So, yes. What's the name of the movie? What is it? Dr. Soapy, is it they clone Tyrone? Or what's the name of that movie? Let me see if Dr. Soapy can get it for me real quick. Who cloned Tyrone? Something Tyrone. Uh, Let me look. Hold on. I know Jamie Foxx is in it, and I believe it's on Tubi right now. Uh, they cloned Tyrone. That's the name of it. Yep, they cloned Tyrone. Thank you, Dr. Soapy Love. Yeah, it's a good movie. You're welcome. Yep, they cloned Tyrone. It's with Jamie Foxx. And what's so funny? Remember, for a while, everybody was saying that Jamie Foxx was a clone. That Jamie Foxx was. I thought it too. I ain't even gonna lie to you because he was like shades lighter than what he. Well, we ain't gonna get into that because he said he. Okay, baby. Yeah, watch it. I'm about to watch it. Okay, yeah, we might come back on and talk about that. Not today, but we might do it tomorrow, y'all. I might sit alive and we talk about what y'all think about that movie. So I think it's a good movie because you never know, with everything that's going on. Like right now, the Pope them is in Conclave. If you haven't seen that, that's another one. Is it Conclave? Yes. They break down what happens during the Conclave, and that's what they're doing now in the Conclave. And that's really interesting. So yeah, yeah. All right, y'all. So I'm going to let y'all go. But I love you guys, and there's nothing you can do about it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Check out my little shorts and stuff. Give me some watch hours, okay? All right, I love you. Smooches. You too.